Lagos never truly sleeps. The streets hum with life, the air thick with the scent of roasted plantain and suya. But deep within the city, in a quiet corner where the past still whispered through the walls, sat an old man named Baba Ifeanyi. He was no ordinary elder. He was a storyteller, a guardian of wisdom long forgotten. Every evening, people gathered under the ancient mango tree in his compound, drawn to his voice like moths to a flame. But tonight was different. His eyes, once sharp and knowing, were clouded. His voice, once rich with life, now carried the weight of something final. And then, in a tone that sent a chill through the crowd, he said, "Tonight, I will tell my last story." Silence fell. Even the night seemed to hold its breath. Baba Ifeanyi took a slow, deliberate breath, his gaze sweeping over his listeners. Then, he began. Long ago, in this very city, there was a young man named Chukwudi. He was brilliant but impatient, hungry for success but blind to wisdom. To him, the words of elders were relics of a bygone age, useless in a world of fast money and quick fame. A low murmur rippled through the crowd. Some exchanged knowing glances. They had seen many Chukwudis before. One evening, while clearing out his late grandfather's house, he found something strange. An old book, wrapped in red cloth, hidden beneath the floorboards. It had no title, only a symbol on the cover, a snake eating its own tail. The fire in the middle of the compound flickered violently. A gust of wind rustled the trees. The book contained knowledge beyond imagination, secrets of wealth, power, even how to cheat death. But there was a warning. If you take without understanding, what you gain will be lost 1,000 times over. A woman in the crowd gasped. Someone shifted uncomfortably. Chukwudi ignored the warning. He devoured the knowledge, skipping over lessons that required patience. He used what he learned to build an empire overnight. His businesses flourished. His name echoed across the city. He thought he had outsmarted fate itself. Baba Ifeanyi's voice dropped, barely above a whisper. But then, the shadows came. The wind howled suddenly, rattling the tin roofs nearby. Someone shivered. It began with whispers in the night. Strange shadows moving where none should be. His wealth, his power, began to crumble. Friends became strangers. His businesses failed. Then, he fell sick. Desperate, he ran back to the attic, back to the book. But when he opened it, a long pause. The fire dimmed as if listening. The pages had turned to dust. A sharp intake of breath from the audience. The knowledge was gone. The power, lost. And with it, Chukwudi's soul. He was last seen wandering the streets, talking to things no one else could see. Some say he went mad. Others say the shadows took him. But the truth? He had ignored wisdom, and wisdom had abandoned him. A heavy silence followed. Even the city's distant noises seemed muted. Then, Baba Ifeanyi exhaled, looking deeply into the eyes of his listeners. You see, my children, wisdom is like fire. If you do not pass it on, it dies. Many of you chase success but forget the lessons of those who came before you. Our traditions, our history, our values, they are the foundation of who we are. If we let them turn to dust, we, too, will be lost. He stood slowly, his frail frame illuminated by the fire's glow. Tonight was my last story, he said, voice steady. But now, it is yours to tell. If you forget it, one day, wisdom itself will disappear. And with that, he turned and walked into his house, closing the door behind him. The next morning, when people came to check on him, they found his house empty. No footprints. No belongings. It was as if he had never existed. But his story lived on.